Welcome back for my weekly live feed. Just have a few things to cover today on my handy dandy little list. And at the end of the video, we're going to end just a little bit differently today. So once again, in studio, I have Mr. MK and Samson are here. So if you hear some barking, that was Mr. MK. He's being silly. All right, so what have I been up to since I last spoke with you? So I released some new YouTube content last week, right? So that little video was kind of fun to do. That was the little combo video with my friend Paula Jo. Now, I've had a lot of feedback, and actually I've had a few questions on that video since I put it up. So just really quickly, obviously if you haven't caught it, hop out there and watch it. But what I did was a little bit of instruction on how to split a pantograph in two. Now, the questions that I've been fielding are, well, I don't understand. Why don't you just use one pantograph across the whole two quilts? Well, certainly you can do that. But in Paula's studio, she was having a little bit of variance, a little bit of stitch scrunch, she called it. And it wasn't quite lining up for her by the time she got to the second quilt. So she wanted some options to make some adjustments for doing that. So you can load quilts side by side, and if you're not having any issues with your quilts or your patterns, well then just stitch one pantograph from edge to edge, cover both quilts, assuming you can use the same thread on both, and that's the easiest way to do it. But if you need to split it apart and make some adjustments, that's what my video was on that I just released last week. So go and check it out. I think it might be helpful. All right, what's coming down the pipe from me for other YouTube content? I haven't forgot that you all asked for cropping. I promise I will try to get to cropping. But you know, when I'm working here day to day, things just come up, like that video with Paula Jo, or the other day I was working on that double wedding ring, or you know, whatever I'm working on, and sometimes I just have ideas, and so I just go with it because it's in the moment, right? So I promise I'll try to get to crop. And then one of the other things that I have planned is a quilt that went home with its owner about a week and a half ago, and it was an L-shaped border. Now I know I've done video content on that on my training store, but I want to do a mini class, a little bit of follow-up with L-shaped corners, because on this quilt that I had was a quilt where I was able to do chunking with L-shaped borders. And I don't normally do that, but there's been a lot of chatter recently on the boards about, you know, turning or chunking or what's better or who does it which way. And I really like chunking. But in the past, I haven't done a lot of chunking when it comes to L-shaped connected borders. But this time I did, and I had really good success. And I kind of documented that as I went along. So I'm planning a little mini class. I got permission from the owner to use her quilt in that. So keep an eye out for that. And that one will be on my video hosting store, okay, for rental. All right, so let's see what's been happening in other items. So Mr. MK has been fielding a lot of questions recently about, you know, just tech issues. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it's due to the fact that Academy is coming up next week. You guys, I'm actually very jealous that you guys are going to be out there in Salt Lake City next week. So if you're watching and you're heading to Academy next week, have a fantastic time. You are going to be blown away. Say hello to all my friends out there at Handy Quilter. And just, I hope that you come back from Academy as much on fire as I did 2 years ago. And I feel probably that the tech questions are going to keep coming, because what I'm actually hoping is going to happen is that if you're watching and you haven't updated yet to Pro Stitcher Premium, that you're going to come back from Academy and you're going to have renewed confidence that you can just do it. You can take Premium and you can run with it. So in combination with that, one of the things that I am striving for is to get this group higher in numbers, right? So I'm sitting at right around 960 something followers here on the Sim group. Okay, so I would like to make a really big push to get those numbers up to 1,000 followers here on the Sim page. And I just started this group a little over a year ago, and just in a year's time I've had all of you guys coming along and following me. So that's very humbling. I'm so happy that I've gotten so much positive feedback. So continue to share my content content, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. You know, this page is, I moderate this page, but I see my name come up on other boards, and you guys recommend me, you recommend my content, and every time that you do that, I get a couple of new followers, new people that I can help, and that we can help them learn their systems better. All right, so continue to share, and if I hit 1,000 followers, I am going to have a sale on my video content over on my training store. Okay, so I'm going to bundle some things together and give you guys a discount. Now, if you've already purchased what I'm going to bundle on the sale, I'm going to give sale off new content for my followers who have already purchased, or rather rented, some of my content. All right, so stay tuned for that. Keep spreading my social media sites, and I really appreciate that. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Just one thing before I turn the page. Mr. MK's also been doing a lot of service calls and had a lot of questions about that. So if you're watching and you're local, remember that Paul's certified tech now, and so if you need you know, yearly maintenance, please give him a buzz. And just with maintenance in general, there was some chatter about that this last week too. You want to make sure to always get your machine serviced. You know, somebody was asking about, well, what's the official stitch count that I should have it done? You know, go to your manuals. I'm sure that it says in there, but really, you should have your machine serviced once a year. Okay, once a year, pick a time that's good for you and your tech, and just get it done. Your machine is hungry for that lubrication and all of that stuff that your tech's going to do. All right? Okay. Let's see, what's on the last side here? I already covered that, the bundle sale. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you what's on the frame, and then we're going to end a little bit different today. Paul's going to grab the camera, and hopefully we can pull this off without too much shaking around. I'm going to show you what's on the McFinity today. On McFinity is a beautiful batik quilt. I think it's a Missouri Star quilt, disappearing... one of their disappearing somethings. I don't know if it's the hourglass one or the pinwheel one, but anyways, I'm working on that. Over here on McFusion is empty right now because I've been firing up my rental program here locally, and I had some renters in doing their certification and learning how to do paper pantos. And if you caught one of my posts, oh, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I've been prepping myself for this certification program. I've been going backwards in time and doing paper pantographs, and it actually has been really, really fun. Okay, before we step outside, I did want to mention Handy Quilter is having another grand promotion right now. They're having a Beat the Heat summer sale going on all their machines. Their packaging is a really awesome items. So if you are ready to upgrade, give us a call. And then this promotion that's going on right now, oh my gosh, you get so many add-ons. If you put on Pro Stitcher, you get free designs. I mean, they just, one after another, their promotions are really, really awesome. Okay, so Paul and Samson are ready to grab the camera. We're going to just walk outside today because we have something new outside that is pretty awesome. We just got it. Whoops, Paul's a little shaky. He's holding the dog.
Oh, you locked the door.
He says I lock the door. I always lock the door when I'm here. All right, so here we are outside of my studio. It's really hot today, so we wanted to end out here because it's really hot. But Paul, can you come in a little bit closer? Maybe just a little bit closer. So you guys know, if you've been following me, that I moved into this space in December, and it's already June, and I didn't really have official signage out here. But I do now, and it's really, really awesome. I don't know that I've ever had my picture on a window before. But I just wanted to give a shout out to my print source who's been helping me with this. My print source, the name is Palm State Print. We did a little printout, so if you need to Google that, Palm State Print. The owner's name is Bob, and Bob has been helping me. Of course, I've talked about this before with the print manuals. That's an ongoing thing at MK Quilts. He's helped me with print t-shirts and all of that, my business cards. I get more people that comment on the quality of my business cards. So if you need any print source services, Palm State Print, his name is Bob. Tell him Mommy Kay sent you, because Bob is from Britain, from the UK. And we all know there's been a lot of stuff going on over in the UK these days. So we keep that all those situations in our thoughts and prayers. But Bob, thank you very much for the awesome new sign. We got MK Quilts, we got my phone number, we got Handy Quilter, and yours truly there on the window. Over here on the other side, I don't know, Paul, can you go scan over to the other side? And this is just a narrow window on the outside of my space here, and Bob designed my logo with the needle up and down like that. So I think that's it, and it's really, really hot out here. So you guys, thanks for always joining me. There's Mr. MK and Samson. Samson always seems to steal the show when he makes his appearances. All right, that's it for today, you guys. I got to get back in. I got a quilt to load. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got YouTube to work on. Oh, and all, you know, I still got glide feet for sale, all of that. The ballpoint needles are still flying out of here. So you guys, thank you so much, and until next week, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. Bye-bye.